Hello, art lovers. Welcome to Terry's Art Show. I'm Terry Dugan, and before I go any further, I just want to tell you that every single thing on here that you're going to see today is my art that I have done. I do it right out of my head. I never take anything off a picture or anything like that. But I have a really neat show. I've had a great time. We made 20 shows, and we're going to make 10 more. And then I get to show this thing down in the sunny state of Florida. Yes, Florida. It's warm down there in the wintertime. You should check it out. But right now, I have a real happy thing I want to start out with. I got a happy little thing called the Happy Picture. Isn't that nice, though? Now check that out, Terry. When you get on the road, oh, isn't that something, though? When you get on the road and you go to work and stuff, and you get up in the morning and you want to see a beautiful, beautiful picture and just wonderful colors, look at the colors on it. Look at the colors of those flowers. And what are the flowers planted in? I'm not really sure, but it's not bad. It looks like a little water. Give me a little, isn't that something else? Isn't that beautiful? It looks like that would make the day start off right for me. I love it. Flowers. Anyway, let me take this thing away, the happy one. I'm going to put them right over here. So, don't worry, I'll move around a little bit. And now here is a little thing I did. And morning in a house, I got the husband and wife having their morning breakfast right there. But a good friend of mine gave me a painting to put on here. You know, what do they call them? I can't think of things these days. But it sure works, whether I can think of them or not. Terry, can you come right in there and take a look at this couple right here? I think they're eating pancakes. Isn't that something, though? And of course, it's got beautiful colors and flowers, and it's in the morning sometime. It's somewhere out there, and I just love it. It's called Breakfast in the Morning. Of course, it could be in the evening, too. Yeah, isn't that something, though? I'm going to put this over here. And here's an interesting little thing. This here has to do with dark colors. Dark colors are a real godsend sometimes, because this thing here, it's just like there's the moon and a lake and 3 mountains, and the reflection of the moon off that lake. And it's cold. Some of that lake, I believe, is probably frozen. But I think that's a good name for it. 3 mountains and a frozen lake. Real cold. Could be Island Pond, but we don't have mountains that big up there. I don't believe we have any big streams up there. I love it. I love it. Just a really warm but yet cold picture. And there it is. Love it. We do. We love our art down here. This one here is an Indian village. It's an Indian village. Yes, it is. In the morning. It's in the morning. We have a little bit of fog. We have a little bit of fog on the desert there, and a beautiful, beautiful background. It could be Arizona. It could also be New Mexico. You know, somewhere out there. These large cactuses, they're all over the place out there. If you go to Arizona, you try to snatch one of those things, they'll probably beat you with a cat o' nine tails. and justly so. Those things are for people to watch and see. We don't want them taken off the desert. Isn't that something new? Teepees and a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. I love the colors in this thing. They are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to take that away and put this one. Oh, this is a really interesting one here. I think this one here is probably, well, it could be Moses parting the Red Sea. And there's a tornado of fire in back of him that's keeping the Pharaoh and his henchmen at bay while the Israelites scurry across the Red Sea. And there it is. He's got his staff in his hand and he's looking out there and he's going to raise his hands, and when he puts those hands down, oh boy, that's when the Red Sea's going to all cave in on him, and goodbye Pharaoh's army. Really. It doesn't look like Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston didn't have a beard. He didn't have long hair either. People in Hollywood had to really do a job on Charlton to get him to look like Moses, but they were professionals and they did. I like Charlton Heston. He's the president of the National Rifle Association. And Terry here is going to tell you one thing right now. You need guns in America, and lots of them. More the better. Don't let them take your guns away. There it is. Moses parting the Red Sea. Nothing like it. Okay, here we go. Here's a nice one. Oh, this is a humdinger of a picture. And it looks to me like it's a very, very, very hot day. And you look here on the barn, right here, and you'll see the words Red Man. Zoom right in there a little bit, Terry. Red Man. And we're not talking about the Indians or even the Native Americans. We're talking about chewing tobacco, my friends, because you'd live down in Alabama, that's what they chew down there. Red Man. I was in the Army 3 years. Chewed the stuff. Nasty. Broke myself of that habit. No more tobacco, no tobacco juice for me. But that's down there in Alabama somewhere. And these little hills here, they may be ant hills. They may be graves. They may be graves. You can never tell what's in there. A lot of wild stuff went on down there in Alabama. Of course, it could be Mississippi. But whatever it is, I love this picture. There's a little oak tree out there, and it's just a very, very hot time, and we have the yellow, which is the daisies and the dandelions. So, there it is. There it is, my friends. And I know you are my friends. Right here, we have a picture of cactuses and the Old West. It's hot. We have ourselves a cow skull. It looks like a beehive out there, but I'm not sure what it is. Get a nice full view of that thing. Isn't that something else, though? This part of the program, I call it something from nothing. This picture, my friends, started out to be nothing because where I get it, as well as all the rest of the pictures over here, the garbage can. That's where I went to them. They throw wood away. I went to it. They're going to throw away. I burn it. But instead, I take something and I make a beautiful picture. And this is an example. Something from nothing. This is what it looked like before it was something. There you go. Something out of nothing. And that is what I love to do. The other day, I had a friend of mine, we went out to the garbage can, right? We went to the garbage can and found this thing here. Yep. Now this will scare the crows away if you have a garden, or the chipmunks and even the gophers too. If it was at night and I came around snatching a watermelon or some tomatoes from me, it would scare me too. But this is a perfect example of something from nothing. It started out looking like this. That's okay. And then it comes out looking like that. Isn't that something? Oh, Yellow Eyes. I don't know his name, but I'll tell you one thing. He's sure scared the bejesus out of me if I was snatching watermelons. That's what he's do. Snatch the bejesus out of you. Now, I got some smaller items I want to show you. This is the one, we have a frame in it. This is an interesting fellow. And I call him Eelface. That is his name, Eelface. And he is a forlorn-looking businessman. I can tell by his haircut. And he has 3 eels hanging off his cheeks. And that's why we call him Eelface. The reason I did this is because if you wake up in the morning and you got to go to work and you're all puffy and huffy and you don't want to do it, you want to stay in bed, and you need to laugh at something and you're going to be facing gridlock traffic in just about half an hour, you just take a look at Eelface, and if your mind's right, boy, you're going to really have a laugh. I think Eelface is about the most ridiculous thing I ever saw. That's why they call him. He goes in the office. Good morning, Eelface. And that's him right there. Eelface in a red little thing. Let me take him away. Let me take him away. Now I have a, I want to show you something I did just the other day. This was so incredibly cool. This came off the box of the back of a shoebox. It's another example of something for nothing. He's got a big nose and big eyes the bear to see you with, a big mouth the bear will bite you with, and he's got no hair. But nevertheless, art. It's not a cow, and it's not a covered bridge. I think we're going to name this one, Nevertheless, Art. The unknown picture. We don't know who it is, but you sure like to find out. Oh boy, look at this. I was just talking about going out stealing some watermelons, and here we have some people stealing watermelons right here. Here they are, in broad daylight. It's probably about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and there they are, bending over, snatching those melons. Let me tell you, my friends, if life is not going too well for you, buy yourself a watermelon and put it in the refrigerator. Wait 2 hours and eat, and life will cheer you up. I love watermelon. Why is that? Because it's good for you. It's real good. And there they are, snatching watermelons. I used to sell them. Some of them weighed as much as 89, 150 pounds.